Hi everybody, Marilyn here with Cotton and Chocolate, and this is month 3 of our mystery quilt, Fabric Foolishness. Okay, so first I'm going to talk about the cutting and then we're going to jump right into the piecing for this month. Hopefully you're keeping up and ready to roll. So now the cutting was handed out last month in month 2. So you're going to be referring obviously to cutting for step 3 on the right hand of your sheet. So I'm going to go through the cutting and you're going to be using all 4 of your fabrics. Yoo-hoo! Okay, so for the light fabric 1, you're going to be cutting 3 strips at 4 7/8. You're going to be cutting those into 24 4 7/8 inch squares, and then you're going to be cutting that once on the diagonal to yield 48 triangles. All right. With your medium, you're going to be cutting 2 9 1/4 inch wide strips, cutting those into 6 9 1/4 inch squares. You're going to be cutting those twice on the diagonal to yield 24 triangles. Okay. Medium dark for me is 2 5.5 inch strips, and then you're going to be cutting those strips into 24 2.5 by 5.5 inch rectangles. Okay, and then last but not least, you have your dark fabric number 4. Again, 2 5.5 inch strips, and you're going to cut those into 24 2.5 by 5.5 inch rectangles, and you'll have a little bit of that strip left over on both of those. Okay, so let's get to piecing. You'll put this aside, and then you'll come to your step 3 piecing instructions. Now you're going to go back to step 2. You're going to take these blocks that you made, okay, and you're first going to grab 24 of those, and you're going to take your fabric 3 that you just cut your rectangles. Now make sure that you have them set in front of you properly. So I have some of these pieced here, but I have my machine. I have them set up just like the picture shows, with that dark strip here in this, so that I have the big square sitting up to the left of me. I have my rectangles sitting here. So I like to get them set up in my machine, just like I'm gonna run them through the machine. Well, actually not exactly, because this is on the left side, but just how they look in the picture, okay? And then this is gonna be right sides like this. So I'm actually going to be turning it this way to run it through the machine. So once I know that it's set up properly, I'm going to turn this so that I have them all ready to run through the machine, and then I'll just run the 24 through, sewing on that side, okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you. So I always get it set up how it looks in the picture, not like this. Got that screwed up, but here is the setup. I make sure that it looks correct, and then I'm going to flip it how I run it through the machine, and run it through the machine all 24. I'll count out 24 of these and 24 of these. Now when you press them, I have 2 sewn already. When I press them, I'm going to press them towards that small rectangle that I just sewn on. Okay, so that's what that looks like, 24 of those. Oh, can you guess what the quilt is yet? No, you can't. Okay, so I'll set those aside. Now you're going to take 24 more, which are all you should have left if you counted properly. There's a clue. Is it? Okay, you're going to take your other 24 of these. Again, lay it out in the proper situation. Then flip them. Lay that there, run it through the machine. Press that towards the rectangle that you just added on. Oh, can you guess what the quilt is now? You can't. Okay. So I'll set those aside. I have all 24 done. Well, I don't really, but pretend I do. Okay, now we're going to get down to the next piecing. You're going to grab your big triangle and your little light colored triangle. And I'm going to put this here, and this is going to set like this. And you're going to lay this out here. Now, this is going to be set on here, and guess what it looks like? A flying geese, okay? So we're going to set this, so I'll just take one I haven't sewn yet. And then this is going to put right sides together. So it's going to be looking like this, right? So right sides together, and the line up is in the point here with your 1/4 inch down below, but it lines straight up on the corner. And I will stick a pin in it. Okay, so I will pin it so it stays in place. And then also from that point all the way down. Okay, and then it will press open. And then I will trim that point off here. Okay, and then my next piece then will go on.
There you have one that's done.
Oh, I have one that's done. How about that? Okay, then I will trim that piece off. Excuse me, let me get my cutter. So then you will trim this piece off. Okay, and then this will line, so then your line up here is, this is the next piece. So I'll do all, I need to have, oh, guess what, 24.
Surprise.
Surprise. Okay, so I'll do all 24. Press them open towards this triangle. Now this one will line up like this. So the lineup is really nice. Okay, stick a pin in right there. And then you'll run them through the machine, actually in this direction. So stick your pin in there. But you will see that 1/4 inch hang off at the top. Sew them down this way. Okay. And then press that open this way. And that is your line up here. Okay. So you'll have 24 of these flying geese. And you'll be ready to go.
They should measure.
That. And they should measure, they don't tell you what they should measure, okay?
5.5 by
But they
8.5.
actually measure 5.5 by 8.5, okay? So there you go. So now I think that when you lay these out, these are the 3 pieces that you have completed. You can totally tell. See, there I gave it away. You could totally tell what the block is. Yeah, I give it away. Yeah, I did not. Okay. So anyways, have fun. 24, 24, and 24. Fabric foolishness right here going on. Have fun, and we'll see you for block 4. Thanks.